for joining us on another segment of Envision with Dr. Brian Maher, our superintendent of Sioux Falls Public Schools. And we're talking about getting out into the schools. You've had an opportunity now to visit and be out in the buildings. What are you finding? We have 23 elementaries, 5 middle schools, 3 high schools, traditional, and then a couple of high schools at the specialty level as well. So what are you finding about our schools that might not be recognized by the community at large?
Well, good question. It was interesting. I had an opportunity to be in every building and meet with every principal before school started. So the kids weren't there, the staff weren't there, so I really only had a chance to see the brick and mortar and not the building in action. Since the start of school, I've been in nearly every building and had an opportunity to meet with principals and go through the buildings. I haven't made it to all of them yet, but I'll complete that task soon. A couple of things very interesting to me. One, from an equity standpoint. Our buildings are all good quality facilities. I feel great about that. So we don't have haves and have-nots in terms of facilities. Great facilities for all of our kids to learn in and all of our staff to teach in. The other thing that I guess I noticed is access to programs. We have quality programs run by quality people, and so it doesn't really matter which building you're in. There's access there. I really like, and one of the things that I think we're going to have to continue to strive to do as a district, I really like how we try to pay no attention to socioeconomic circumstances. If you go to the building that is the toughest in terms of socioeconomic circumstances, or if you go to the building that is least toughest in terms of socioeconomic circumstances, you have quality staff, you have a quality building, and you have access to quality programs. And that's something that seems really simple, but I think that's something we've got to keep our eye on as we go forward as a district.
Especially with 24,000 students.
Right.
It would be a significant impact if there was a building that wasn't up to par, or programs that weren't up to par in one area or another area. With as many students as we have, that would impact a large number of students. So that equality is really important.
One of the things I tell our principals when I walk into the buildings are, I want every child here to have the same opportunities that my children had. I want them to have those opportunities. So it doesn't matter how much money that the household that they live in is bringing in, but it's about the children who don't have an impact on that money, but need to have an impact on our society going forward. So we've got to make sure they've got access to opportunity.
And I think one of the things our schools have taken great pride in is, while they have high quality instruction and access to programs, each has a little different niche, I think, in the community, and serves as a meeting place for families, and really has its own culture, its own personality. And I think that as much as we want to have the same offerings, it's kind of nice to see that each school has a personality.
Every building is truly unique. We may build them the same. They may have the same building footprint, but the culture within every building is its own. And I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks for joining us on this segment of Envision.